is a worldwide interview right now, brother.
You understand?
This ain't just one. That's why you got those points on your star, bro. You got what I'm saying? It's 6.
Right.
You got what I'm saying? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, comprehend, and equality. Y'all are dealing in equality.
And that's the shield of faith.
And that's the star. And then nothing can beat that.
Now, when it comes to what's going on in the Black and Latino community, because when you look around you, what do you see? You see our people.
I see our people, but they divided.
That's the point.
And they got bad things to say about each other. But I'm going to tell you something. People like us, where most people are against the 5%ers, the Black Israelites, the Muslims, the Black Gorilla family, all of them, what they don't know and understand is that all of them are united. And when people see them, if they got knowledge of self in any way, shape, form, or fashion, they're going to see that that's the way they should be. They're supposed to be united no matter what, regardless to whom or what. As long as it's something positive and it's giving the baby something that's positive to do, then you're the best. You're the greatest. I'm not the greatest than that.
I'm going to show you something that the book says. Watch this. This is Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. So that's biblical what you're saying. That's the truth, right? Because we're divided by a lot of different ideologies, political systems, social agendas.
But we not, because you got one father sitting here that's standing here telling you that what you're saying is right. It's just shown in a different form. And that's where people get it twisted at. No matter what you are, or who you are, if you're a original man on this planet, and you see other original men that's trying to do their thing through another form, and the form is positive, we all one.
Right, I would agree with that.
When they decide that we're not one no more, then we lost the fight.
Now, the one thing that collectively gathers us together, though, the heritage that we have, is the laws of God, right? Because, in other words, like, I could gather with you,
right?
But if I'm stealing from you,
right?
If I'm looking at your woman, ready to take her from you, if I'm looking at your sneakers, ready to rob you, right? If I'm looking to deal deceitfully with you, right, in business dealings, that gathering is not a good gathering.
But if they want my sneakers, they're going to be in trouble because I've been walking a lot of them today. And when they take them off, they're going to throw them up on his back. Excuse my language.
But you understand, like,
but I understand.
Our gathering has to be a righteous gathering.
This is righteous, because if it wasn't righteous, I'd have been walking and not listening to you. But it's righteous because we're all acknowledging each other's worth. And when the black man he acknowledges each other's worth, that makes us great, bro. That makes us infinite. That makes us astronomical. That makes us beyond supreme, bro.
So
you know what I mean? So
I agree, because the more that we apply what the Most High God has given us, the more it elevates us out of the condition that we're in. I'm going to show you something. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, and verse 1. It says, this is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, that's the Israelites, the 12 sons of Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. So these other nations that you see, they got their courthouses, they got their businesses, they have all of their political systems and financial arrangements on our backs, right? Because of our disobedience to the covenant that was given to us. We went through American colonization, we went through transatlantic slavery, right? Now it's an opportunity for us to come back to the covenant that's for us, so that we can get redeemed out of this. That's why we're out here. We're here to awaken the so-called Black, Latino, Native American, and West Indian to their true heritage.
There's one thing that's true right here. This ain't the first time God puts us together.
It's not.
And if God puts us together, this is the third time
there you go. It says he speaks once, yea, twice.
That's the
science. Man comprehend it not, right?
That's the science, man. So we building.
Yeah.
And the next time we build, we might be building on grabbing up something and building more land.
There you go.
And what we need right now is some finance.
There you go. Right.
And I'm willing to do what it has to be done together.
Let's go.
That's good. Yeah.
All right.
Take my number.
I'm gonna take your number down right now.
Give your number right now. Please take my number. And what do they call you?
I'm Kawan.
Kawan. You got the best day. All the Muslims gonna love you. You really should be hugging them because the name is Quran.
What? It's Kawan. Kawan.
Still, it sounds just like Kawan. It's the same thing.
You know what it means? It means prepared.
That's right.
Ready.
That's right.
Established.
That's right.
You're off work, your children are off school, you know, if that's some of the choices that are made, you know, so the commonality of it becomes such a fragrance of conversation.
Right.
And so for me, I had to go back and say, let me take a step back and pause and say, celebrating mistakes, right? But I have learned about it, and that's why I said it is evil. It is rooted in evil. When you do go back into that place of thinking, but I think that we've gone over that wound and overlooked the scar. That's the reality. Most of us have overlooked the scar, and so we don't really think of the pain that has been rooted in how many different families, how many different cultures are still going through that healing. It's a day-to-day, you know. And so I do honor those that are in this space today and that are forthcoming in the days to come, that are like, wow, this is the day that we celebrate a commodity. This is the day that we have to heal. This is the day that we have to come together, you know, collectively and share our love for one another, to let it be known that we're together. You know, what people are celebrating, we're healing from. You know, and that's something that's a real thing, that's a real sentiment. And so my heart, my thoughts, my prayers, you know, really go out and you know, I even think of it even now in a time as this, with people that don't even have, and that's what brings us to this space. People don't even have meals because they're insecure.
Right.
I was insecure. And so what others are talking about, happy Thanksgiving and happy Thursday, how we gobble. There's some folks that are like, hey, I don't even have anything on my plate to even be thankful for. Right? And so for us, I think of the way to give back and the way to say, you know, in all things give thanks. You know, and knowing that life is a provision by a gift that God has given to us, so we can celebrate that on Thursday. I was even in hopes of trying to get the church to be open on Thursday, so we can come together and pray. Excuse me. Because we're talking about.
Can I get one of your bags?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I don't know if you want something small or something. Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. There you go. Have some money. She's money.
So, like, I like that sentiment. That you're looking at it from different angles, and even the fact that you said, what are you doing on Thursday? You didn't even mention Thanksgiving, right? So you were conscious.
Yes.
Let me ask you this: when it comes to how we approach the church, right? What do you consider the church to be?
Us, the people.
Okay.
We're the church.
Okay.
You know, I don't look at a building as a church, because we know that if, you know, for me, I believe in Jesus. So what I think about Jesus and his ministry, he was amongst them. You know, and when he did go to the temple, what did he do? He flipped the table. He said, what are you doing in my father's house? He flipped the tables because they were not even doing right by the temple. Right? And so for me, when I think about the church, I think about the people. I think about what we do, who we represent, how we represent. That's why I always say the love and kindness of our joy. You know, I always think about how I respond, how I react, you know, how I say things when I pause, how I perceive, you know, how I process. All of that is a reflection of who God is in my life. And so when I think about the church, I'm a representation of the church, of the gospel of Jesus Christ. You know, and so that's for me. You know, I know that others have different perspectives, but that's what I believe.
I would agree with the sentiment that it is. A lot of times when we generalize it, though, we can include people into it that may not necessarily care to be a part of it, or even be a part of it.
That's true.
In reality. Can I get a scripture real quick? If you don't mind? So, this is Acts chapter 7. Verse 37. It says, this is that Moses was said unto the children of Israel, prophet, shall the Lord your God raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me, him shall ye hear. That's what it says, right? He said, this is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel which spake unto him in the Mount Sinai with our fathers to receive the lively oracles to give unto us. So that church in the wilderness, who is that?
That's the people.
That's the people.
That's the people.
But it's a specific people that was in the wilderness. Who came out of Egypt with
Children of Israelites.
There you go.
Israelites, yeah.
The
I call this
children
the stiff-necked folks.
Right.
The stiff-necked.
Stiff-necked.
Yeah.
And I would answer you the stiff-necked people today.
Oh, bro, I'm just preaching sermon on it. Right? They sure enough are. They're in the church, right? They're in the actual, those that are believers. Those that are,
you know, brother, a question. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got to say the Israelites are today.
Oh, that's a very good question. So, I would honestly say it's those that are in bondage to anything that is not God, anything that is not Christ, that are looking to remain in that place, those that are looking to remain in a place of idolizing and idolatry, right? So people that, and you see it right around the corner, there's a place that is selling statues, that is selling satanic, you know, botanical, right? And so those are, that's the form of Israelites, right? So I believe that anyone that is looking to be enslaved by choice, because we know that it's a choice to be where you want to be. You know, who the Son sets free is free indeed. You don't have to be there. So that's why I say the stiff-necked folks, they're not just the Israelites, they're the stiff-necked folks. Because they had an option, they had a choice, they had a leader that said, hey, listen, let's go. Let us go to the promised land. You know, and I think about
if the entire motif of the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, is about a specific group of people who are in physical bondage. Before we get to the spiritual, because the reason why they went to physical bondage is because they committed spiritual idolatry against the worship of God.
Yes.
So to rephrase my question, who are the physical descendants of the children of Israel?
I would say,
So, so if we are the people of God, we are God's children, then we should act like it. Like it. And get Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. Just to show you what we do. Right?
The book of Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. It says, arise and shine, for thy light is come.
So we know the light has came, right? So we know the light has came. That light is Christ.
yes.
Through the grace, through the mercy, through the blood of Christ, the children of Israel now have access to the Most High, the Father in heaven, right? Through his bloodshed, his sacrifice, right? Keep reading.
Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
So the glory of the Lord has risen upon thee, meaning the children of Israel. So now that the glory is being risen upon the children of Israel, us, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and we don't really say. When you read the prophecies of Deuteronomy 28, you read the prophecies of Leviticus 26, you read the prophecy period, there is only a specific group of people that fit this. And since we fit this, that means we have to be the bearers of that light. We have to be the people that begin to shine upon the truth on the earth. Because quite frankly, I mean, a lot of the truth in the Bible is being watered down. We just have to read what the paper says. Because what the book says is what the book says. You know? So keep reading.
The book of Isaiah chapter 16, verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
So we know we're living in a time of darkness. Right? Clicking of a phone to go into a rabbit hole. Many different ways. From idolatry to fornication.
Yes.
Right? You got kids 10 years old finishing pornography. You got these young boys now, they don't even knuckle up. You know? And it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
Gross darkness is the people. Children of Israel. So look at it. You go to any ghetto in America. I'm from New York. But I lived in Jersey. Anytime I'm in the inner city, us, we're wearing gross darkness. Right?
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee.
The Lord is rising upon
And so,
The Lord is rising upon us. Remember, you ever listen to any Malcolm X speeches?
some not too many.
I'm out here. Well, you ever heard the famous one of the Valley of Dry Bones? No. That's in the Bible. That's in Ezekiel 37. So we are the Valley of Dry Bones. That the Most High is breathing life back.
Yeah.
And this is why, as much as there's a stigma, and I'm pretty sure you've heard of it, but as much as there's a stigma with certain Israelite groups, which quite frankly, there's some descriptions that some Israelite groups fit. I'm just being honest. Instead of talking to the people, dealing with the people, and expressing love and concern, they just want to curse people out. We don't get down like this. We care about our people, and we want our people to come back to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just showing you this, that you know you're an Israelite. That part of that duty is the return to the covenant. So since you have to return to the covenant, that means you have to follow the blueprint that the Most High gave you. Part of that blueprint is following the law, statutes, and commandments.
You should be absolutely disgusted by stagnancy. Stagnancy is your enemy. It's in the way of you in the kingdom. The Lord is coming back, very much predicated on the things you put in and the people you save.